Hi, I'm Michelle Barres, and I'm here with Steve at Redhead Barrels in Wylie, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what he does here and what you can do with barrels. Whiskey barrels, beer barrels, wine barrels, mayonnaise barrels. I don't know, whatever you want to stick in them.
People put some strange things in barrels. In fact, I did have one guy one time bought a barrel that we cut the head off the top and put a lid, and he was going to keep his uncle's ashes
Oh yeah, that's
in the
weird.
barrel.
Yeah, don't
Maybe-
add alcohol in that and drink it. That would be
Maybe that
creepy.
was an overshare, I don't know. So yeah, basically barrels are used for aging rum, tequila, bourbon, scotch, wine, different types of liquors. And the barrel gives 100% of the color to these liquors, and over 50% of the flavor comes from the barrel. So these are charred white American oak barrels, which means they have kind of a burn on the inside, and that kind of opens up the pores and releases some of the flavors from the wood. Then when you put liquor in there, or wine, what happens is it goes in and out of the wood, and as it does, it's going in and out of that char, and it's giving it flavor. So when you see liquor in the store that's brown, it's been in a barrel, and it gets its color from the barrel, and it gets a lot of flavor from the barrel too. You'll find on the shelf that barrels are liquors that have sat in the barrel longer usually cost more money because they're more flavorful, they're smoother, and they're just more expensive to buy. So you can actually do it here yourself in a small barrel. So like one of these barrels here, what takes years to get the same color and flavor from a full-size barrel, you can get in literally weeks or months in smaller barrels.
What are these sizes?
So this is a 1 liter barrel. It'll basically hold a fifth, a bottle. This is a 2 liter barrel, so the bigger bottle with the handle, the 1.75 liter, that one will hold it. This is a 3 liter, 5 liter, 10, and a 20 liter, so it's about 5 gallons.
Okay, and then what are these little bottles about up here? What do you do with those?
So these are essence. These are basically flavors of liquor. So like this is a Kentucky bourbon flavor. We've got Tennessee bourbon. We've got all different types of bourbons, whiskeys, scotch, rum, and brandy flavors. And what you do is you add this essence to an unflavored alcohol. So if you were going to make a scotch or whiskey or bourbon flavored alcohol, you would start off with an unflavored neutral spirit like a vodka, and you would add one of these bottles to a fifth of that unflavored liquor, and then you put it in the barrel. And so this gives the flavor of Kentucky bourbon, and then you have the liquor, and then the barrel gives the color and the flavor, and basically you're able to kind of custom make flavored liquor that suits your own personal tastes and inexpensively.
And how long does it take to do that? How long does it need to be in the barrel?
Well, there's not any particular time. It's really just a taste preference. We've got customers that will leave it in a small barrel for a week and they like the flavor. Or they may take, somebody else may leave it in a 1 liter barrel for a month or so. So the larger the barrel, the longer it takes to have the same color and flavor influence. So smaller barrels age faster than bigger barrels.
So could you leave it in there endlessly? I mean, what does if you left it in a week or 6 months, what's it gonna do? Make it a stronger taste?
It will make it smoother, and you don't have as many of the peaks in the taste, and it doesn't get it's kind of melts down a little bit of the hotness of the liquor, makes it more palatable and more flavorful. But the thing is that we have something working against us here, and that is the smaller barrels age faster, but they also evaporate quicker. And the reason is because a higher percentage of the liquor in here is in contact with the wood surface, unlike a full-size barrel where it's a smaller percentage in contact with the wood surface. So what happens is it'll age faster and give you more flavor and color quicker, but the barrel breathes, and so alcohol inside the barrel evaporates. They'll put in a full-size barrel and leave it in there for several years, and what'll happen, they'll come back when they get ready to empty it, and there won't be as much in it, and it's evaporating over time. Same thing will happen here, but in a 1 liter barrel, you couldn't leave it in there for years. It wouldn't last in there for years. It's just like, it'd be like a little puddle versus a lake. Take a long time for a lake to evaporate. A little puddle can evaporate pretty quick.
Right.
It's the same principle here.
Okay. Okay, and see, some of these are customized, so y'all do that as well.
Yes, we laser engrave as well, and pretty much we have, our customers fall into a couple of different categories. Number one, some people buy them for themselves because they're what I would say a hobbyist or an enthusiast. They like to flavor and make their own alcohol to drink and kind of customize the flavors for themselves. But the majority of our customers is for a gift. These are great personalized gifts, unique. You don't see them everywhere. Not everybody's already got one. So what happens, we can engrave text on the barrel, we can engrave images, we do company logos, we do a lot of corporate type gifts as well. And we do business with a lot of distilleries, Elijah Craig and Woodford Reserve, and large distilleries will buy these barrels and will put their logo on them, and they use these barrels to promote their liquor to their customers, whether it be Hilton hotels or Marriott or restaurant chains. We're getting ready to start a big one with, we're already in the Melting Pot and going to Fogo de Chao and other types of big restaurant chains. They'll do barrel-aged cocktail programs.
Oh, wow, okay. And then one that I thought was kind of neat, can I pick this one up?
Uh-huh.
I like this idea. I am not a cigar smoker, but you can flavor your cigars, I read. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So is it with those?
Well, you can do it a couple different ways. So these are the charred oak barrels, like they're charred on the inside, just like the other ones. We've just cut a bigger hole in the top instead of having a spigot and a bung hole. And what will happen is they will either pour some of their own liquor in there and let it soak into the barrel for a few days, and then pour the liquor back in the bottle, put cigars in here with a lid, and it infuses the flavor of that liquor into the cigar. So when you smoke the cigar, you get the flavor of the scotch or rum or whatever you've got in there. Now, some people will, instead of putting liquor in it, they'll take this, which is a concentrated flavoring, and we sell it in combination with a little sprayer, and they'll spray it in here, and then put their cigars in and put the lid on and infuse that flavor into the cigars.
What a good idea. Yeah, I was thinking amaretto would be good in there. Put it on a cigar.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, you've got a lot of neat things here. It's very interesting. I didn't know there was that much to know about barrels and what you can do with barrels. It surprised me when you said people put salsa and, just regular food items in it.
Yeah, in fact, we just sent a bunch for a company that does barbecue sauce. And we also have several coffee makers. We just got an order from a big coffee manufacturer up in New York. And what they'll do is they'll take the coffee beans before they're ground. They'll soak a barrel. It'll be one, say for example, like this one here with a big hole in the top. Mm-hmm. They'll soak it with whatever liquor they want to flavor the beans with. Once they've got it soaked, then they pour it out and put the beans in there for a period of time, and then take the beans out and grind them, roast them, whatever they do with them, and it gives that flavor to the coffee.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, hot sauce, quite a few other things that people will age in barrels. So it's pretty unique.
Yeah, and then you do sell other things besides just the barrels, and all that's on your website, is that right?
Yes. We have man cave signs. We've got we do custom engraved glasses and bottles, and coasters, a lot of these things that kind of go along with the bar theme. But they're all personalizable, so they make great personalized gifts, and we put together gift packages with all that.
Okay, good. Okay, and so if you have any questions for Steve, I'm gonna put his information, his website, you have Facebook, his phone number, anything you need to get a hold of him. If you have any questions, it'll be at the end of the video. And if you want to just go into the website, what is the website?
Redheadbarrels.com.
Go in there and just see what he has. I mean, you've got a lot. You have a lot, so it's interesting. Anyways, thank you for having me. I appreciate you talking to me, and it was very interesting.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.